Welcome back to Twin Cities Live. Well, did you know that 1 in 4 sports-related injuries involve the hand or the wrist? Catching a ball incorrectly or using your hand to brace a fall can cause these kind of injuries.
I usually don't get those because I can't catch.
You can't?
No, I have terrible hands. That's why I play defense, because I can't play offense.
Okay,
I can't catch.
fair enough.
All right, anyway, enough about me. All right, here to tell us more about these kind of sports injuries is TRIA Orthopedic Surgeon, Dr. Christina Ward. Hello, doctor. How
Hi.
are you?
Great. Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah.
I feel like you're probably very busy right now.
Yes.
With the snow and ice.
Yeah.
A lot of falls, a lot of people bracing themselves with their hands, and that's where we get into trouble.
Yeah, so the snow and ice and the freeze and refreeze, that is prime time for people to slip and fall. And even if they're totally healthy and have great bone quality, it's enough to break a wrist a lot of the time. So right now we're seeing lots and lots of distal radius fractures, which is what most people mean when they say they broke their wrist. It's the most common fracture that we see in both adults and kids. Sometimes it's just a little crack and the pieces haven't moved apart at all, and we can just put you in a brace or a cast and have you on your way. But other times it does require surgery to get the best result.
Okay.
Yeah, and those type of falls with the ice are super scary because, as you know, if you've ever, I'm sure you guys have fallen on the ice before, you're down like that. So
Yeah.
before you even know it, you're bracing yourself.
That's an instinct.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
instinct is to catch yourself. So you can see how you can just hit the ground so hard. And I'm guessing there are probably some elbow injuries involved as well.
Elbow injuries, the other really common thing with ice is ankle fractures. Same thing, you just slip and fall and catch yourself awkwardly. And those are actually most of the most common fractures we see also with sports, because the same thing happens. You're running to grab a ball and you trip and you land on your wrist, or someone catches you up, when you're running down the soccer field.
Right.
Next thing you know, snap, broke your
Okay,
ankle.
well, we're talking about wrists and hands today, and jammed fingers are something you guys see a lot of. Really, really common.
Yeah, especially with ball sports, football, basketball, you're going to catch the ball and the ball hits the end of the finger. And a lot of times it is just a jam or a sprain, and within a few days it feels better. But sometimes it's not better the next day, and that's when we need to figure out if something more important is going on.
Yeah, well, going along those lines, when should you, whether it's a finger, a wrist, a hand, an elbow, an ankle, like when should you say like, ooh, that's painful, I can maybe walk that off, or I can just like roll my wrist around and it's fine, it'll be fine tomorrow. Like, when's that threshold of like, I need to go see somebody about this?
Yeah, a good rule of thumb is like with a jammed finger, if you can make a full fist the next day and not one of these kind of like, yeah, it's going, but you really can squeeze it tight and straighten it out all the way, you're probably fine. If you're still having pain and swelling in that joint a couple weeks later, even though you can move it, get it checked out. But if you jammed it yesterday and today it's swollen like a sausage and it's not moving at all, really important to come in, get it checked out. Our urgent care is a great option. You can get some x-rays and make sure it's not fractured or dislocated, because sometimes it's not obvious just looking at it.
Right. Overuse, I'm sure, is a big thing that you see as well. We both have daughters that play volleyball all the time. Other kids play sports. Are you seeing that can overuse of maybe the shoulder, the hand, the wrist be causing issues as well for kids in particular?
Yeah, especially because kids nowadays tend to specialize really early. So they're playing their sport year round. They're playing more practice, more games, more tournaments. They're more likely to have overuse or repetitive use injuries. So it's important to be listening to the recommendations from your sports organization about use. So baseball's a big one, youth baseball for pitchers, looking at pitch counts. Gymnastics, they do levels, and really following the guidelines of those levels so that you don't risk injury is so important for preventing injury. And then the last thing is good form. And if you have questions about your form, it really does help to meet with a therapist or an athletic trainer who specializes in your sport. They can help figure out how to keep you healthy and playing the sport you want to play.
Yeah, that's such a good recommendation, because I think at the youth level, it's so hard to find that consistent form. And especially if kids are, I know we're kind of getting away from the sports thing, but if you're going to be working out, if like kids are going to be squatting and doing other things, you got to have proper form. You're really going to hurt
Somebody to
yourself.
show you what to do.
Yeah, you have
Definitely.
to be on it to be consistent about. I wanted to get into, you have really some fun, like common hand and wrist.
Fun.
I think it's fun. I really enjoy this stuff. I think it's kind of fun. We talked about the distal radial fractures already, but what is something called mallet finger?
Mallet finger, common ball sport injury. Basically what happens is you're trying to hold your finger straight and a ball or something comes in and hits it and bends this last little joint down, and doing that can tear the small tendon that normally straightens your finger out. And it doesn't look very impressive at the time, like maybe it swells a little bit, it's usually not super painful, but the key that something's going wrong is the next day your finger's drooping like this and you can't straighten it out.
Oh, okay.
The good news about that, almost always we treat it with just a special splint from the hand therapist, and you don't need a trip to the operating room. And the long-term result is very good, getting you back to your normal activities.
Okay, what is something called gamekeeper's thumb? Is this serious?
Yeah, gamekeeper's thumb is one of those injuries that often goes undiagnosed early because x-rays will be normal because there's no bony injury, but the ligament here on the side of your thumb that helps stabilize the thumb and give you power when you pinch gets torn. Sometimes it's called skier's thumb because we see it when the ski pole hits it. You might know it because certain famous NFL quarterbacks had this injury recently. But the problem with that is it's not one that heals with just time and bracing. It usually does require surgery to repair. And the sooner we can get to it, the better result you're going to have.
Okay, and that NFL player was Drew Brees. I didn't even know he was injured.
Well, it's a common quarterback injury because when they follow through, your hand actually rotates down. And so they'll hit it on a face mask or somebody's shoulder pad as they're following through, and they'll tear that just like that. And you're like, oh, why is this guy out for a thumb injury?
Yeah.
But you can't grip the ball. You can't grip it and spin it.
You literally can't grip it.
You cannot grip it and spin it, and they have to have surgery, and then they bounce back. So, doctor, this was outstanding.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
It was. I feel like
My
I feel like I could perform orthopedic surgery now.
Yeah,
Just come on by. We'll sign you
Yeah,
up.
come on by. We'll put you right in the OR.
Great. Can't wait. Thank you,
All right.
doctor. We appreciate it.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much. You know, oftentimes getting back into your sport successfully involves working with a physical therapist. TRIA also has a sports-specific therapist for your specific sport. Then they get you back on the track as fast as you can.
For more information about TRIA, visit TwinCitiesLive.com.